There you go. Hey guys, welcome to the 5.5 Legs Virtual Cigar Lounge here at Co Cigar, 2420 Government Street in beautiful Ocean Springs, Mississippi. I'm here with Bones. I am Maverick, and we were missing Mort due to a little under the weather, but he will be back with us for sure next week.
He got his second COVID shot today,
and he's feeling it.
I didn't have anything wrong with my first one, man. You haven't gotten yours yet, have you?
Mm-mm. I have not gotten mine yet. It'll be in the next couple of weeks, I hope. And but I'm sure to get it because that's what I believe it's going to help and keep me from being sick.
So, topic of the day today: Tiger Woods has another incident with an SUV.
Tiger Woods gets in. God bless him. I'm glad he's alive, but he gets in a single car accident with an SUV he was driving.
Rollover,
probably a couple of times, and he seems to be busted up his legs pretty bad.
Welcome, Kevin Caldwell and Caitlin.
Caitlin, how you doing? Kevin, what's up?
Hey, fellas. Yeah, I had her on the phone today, and the dogs were just
crazy.
They were going. She said, "But they're playing, but they're just getting loud." And they were just. I said, "I got to let you go, man. That dog's got to go."
So, I guess in the next few months, all depends therapy or how bad his legs were. He's not going to be playing golf, or God forbid, it's the end.
Depends on what he did. He's going to have to go to rehab,
therapy, all kind of stuff. He got beat up pretty bad.
3,
I'm
4,
sure.
5, 6 months before he's able to swim.
Of course, they had. They asked all kind of questions. How bad was it his fault? Because if it's a single car, it's probably due to speeding. Assuming. I know he hit the barrier on the left-hand side, the driver's side first, swung him across the highway, and then he hit the grass and spun and flipped over.
What are you smoking today?
I'm smoking a Cafe 1901 Connecticut.
I am smoking the Hiram Solomon Shriner. Love this line of cigars. This is a great boutique.
Josh, how you doing?
Josh over there, he's the owner of Cedar Creek Cigars.
Nice.
Up in Indiana. He's got the cigar place. He owns a hair salon. He's got a distillery.
For beer?
No, for liquor.
Oh, nice.
Bourbons, single barrel, all that.
Nice,
shit.
Josh.
Got
real entrepreneur.
Got a brewery that they make the beers. He's got a 2,500 seat amphitheater on 25 acres, so they have concerts in the summer and shit.
What, to be invited up there, Josh?
Yeah, I told you.
Concert? That would be nice to come up and visit you.
He's having a hip hop 80s band is going to be up there in June.
Nice.
We talked about this the other night, Josh. Guess what? Prince Marky D. We were talking about the Fat Boys the other day on the Herfet night. Prince Marky D died from the Fat Boys. He didn't look, but he was like 48, 50. But he's
the Fat Boys. He has to be older than that.
Yeah, but he didn't look that old.
Okay.
He's got to be 60. He's got to be our age. He's got to be my age, 55, 60 years old.
Yeah, for sure.
And then they started. I was watching something and they were talking about the old. Oh yeah, same thing. They brought up the East Coast, West Coast. Remember?
Yeah.
With all the fighting and. I think it's the Fat Boys, Caitlin. Not sure. It could change.
No, she's saying it will be at Josh's place.
Yeah, the Fat Boys.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My bad.
I thought that Fat Boys were supposed to be there. Not that they were just talking about.
Oh, okay.
But it could be whoever he's got. But he says his place is like 5 minutes from the hotels and stuff. And the airport's like 30 minutes away.
Can't beat it. It's all centrally located.
Fly up, jump in an Uber, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Not like.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Oh.
Be very reasonable.
Smoking and drinking and so we got Tiger Woods out of the way.
Okay.
We got Drew Brees. Doesn't know what's going on yet. Still, as of yesterday, he's still
undecided, right?
As a matter of fact,
he's probably decided, but he didn't release it.
Matter of fact, Tiger Woods was playing golf with Drew Brees yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday they were all playing golf, and
Could you imagine, man? Hey, Tiger, you want to play golf today? Sure, Drew.
Yeah, that's how them big shots are, man.
Yeah,
big shots hang with big shots.
Yeah, right. I gotta hang with you.
What do you think? Do we want to go to Rush Limbaugh?
I liked Rush.
may he rest in peace, and his family be healed. And God took him, and he was sick, and he passed on.
Way before your time, Caitlin. Way before your time.
But the left is.
Hurting
It
them.
almost sounds like they're praising that he passed.
Oh, absolutely, they are.
That's terrible. That's not cool at all.
Nope.
That's a shame. That's a real shame. But may he rest in peace. He was around a long, long time. He was
70 or 72, something like that. He was very
70.
early 70s.
Yeah, 70. And he was around a long time. He was very successful. Took care of his family, and he was always at the top of the ratings on the radio show.
He was a good golfer too.
Yeah, he played, and he
smoked cigars.
He smoked the leaf.
Yes, he did.
Why would somebody think that was
okay?
That you would okay that and praise that? Why would they think that was cool?
Because they're idiots. They're idiots. I there's a lot of folks on the left I don't like, but if they died, I wouldn't be happy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
about
happy
it.
now.
That's not being a good person, man. Speaking of not liking something on the left, I'm really upset with this. I'm really. There's two things that the left is doing that I'm upset as hell with. One that's going to be hard for me to do is not listen to Bruce Springsteen anymore.
Yes.
Because he's partnering. They're making a big deal of him partnering with
former president
Barack Obama for a podcast to talk about homophobia and politics and all sorts of things. Come on, Bruce. Keep your politics out of this shit. Just play your music, man.
Yeah, play rock and roll.
There's no room in rock and roll or sports for politics.
No.
That's what started this whole freaking bullshit. Capping it back in the day.
Yeah.
Then I read an article today, and this really gets me. And people might say I'm not racist by any means, but you can't tell me that a company like Coca-Cola, Coke, has the balls, excuse my friends, the balls to make their employees take diversity classes to be less white.
I never even heard of that. Wow.
Oh, Caitlin.
How about that, Caitlin?
We got to get you to see a doctor. That's
pretty strong, Caitlin.
Yeah, it is. But she's there is something wrong with the lady, though. Not with Caitlin, but
I know.
With Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she's pretty mean.
They are. But how can you make your employees take diversity classes to be less white?
I don't know what that means. I know what it means, but I don't understand.
That's like them making us take diversity classes to be more black.
Right.
No, you were born white, you're born black. End the story.
I don't know what it means to do that.
We read some of the things.
Some of the things are crazy.
We read some of the things that they considered it, and it was like, well, that's somebody that's being confident at work, or or assertive at work. That has nothing to do with the color of person you are.
No, if you're good at your job, you're good at your job.
I know plenty of black people like that too, that are aggressive at work and assertive at work because they're good at what they do.
Right.
But they should tell anybody not to be who they are.
Right. That's the bottom line. That's what they're doing.
That's the transgenders. They say, we are who we are. All right, you are who you are. We don't have a problem with that. Don't tell me to be less white. I'm just white. I'm just what I am when I was born 59 years ago. Right. I don't know. What am I supposed to do about it? I'm not taking classes. Google tried to do that? Yes, they did. That's right. What? Remember, they came out about the same thing that Coke's doing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they did take flack about it. Yeah, but Google's got us by the
Ganyakis.
The cojones, because if we don't have Google, what else we got?
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah, they're monopolized. Right.
So we had back to sports a little bit. Remember Rich Gannon? He used to play football quarterback?
Yeah, for the Raiders.
Yes. He was announcer on CBS for like 16 years so far.
Did he pass?
No, he got canned.
Oh, really?
Or, well, no, let me rephrase it. I don't know if he got canned. He's leaving CBS, and they wouldn't say why. They're making room for who? Drew Brees.
All right.
You watch.
Yeah, right.
You watch. Like that man needs any more money. Heaven forbid we don't have Google. What would society do?
Tom A. from South Dakota.
Caitlin, the world revolves around the internet. I mean, if there wasn't the internet, a lot of people weren't doing anything. How cold is it today, Tommy? Because it was like 70, almost 80 degrees.
Ronnie,
today.
welcome. How you doing, brother?
Ronnie, you back from Florida? Ronnie went down to the Big Smoke. He went down to be.
Nice.
His brother Bob went down to their cousin Frank's place, and Bob was down there before Ronnie, and then Ronnie met him down there, and then they all went down to Boynton Beach and went to the Big Smoke, and they got showed you pictures with that cigar, the lunatic. Remember the lunatic?
Yeah, the
that
chief
cigar
gave
like
us.
that.
Yeah, the chief gave
we
us.
have one of those here. Man, I can't even. 57. That's actually pretty freaking warm up
That's
there,
pretty
man.
warm for you guys.
Yes. Good for you, Ronnie. I'll be on your show in a little bit. Who do you got tonight? I saw who you got tonight. But let's see. We're short. If you guys don't see, we're short. Mort, because he got his.
He's had an amazing time. Good for you.
Got his second coat. Hey, Doc, look at that. Look what he's smoking.
Gabby Caffey.
Gab, I was on my show last night, and somebody asked the question: if you're on a desert island, you have 4 cigars. What 4 cigars would you want to be with for the rest of your life? Just 4 cigars. I said the Cafe Sumatra.
Right.
I can never pronounce it. The Calabarios or whatever it is, the twisted ones.
You like that?
Oh, dude, they are simply.
Yeah, they were good. I enjoyed that.
Tasteful, fantastic, just awesome cigars, and you get 3 for the price of 1.
Yeah, it was
Really?
good. It was a good smoke. I enjoyed it. Wish we had some more.
Yeah.
Wish we had some more.
I got one sitting. I bought 2 of them. I got one sitting in the humidor. I went on Boutique Smoke to try and buy some more, and they were sold out. I should have known better than that. I should have just bought what I can. Did we got any more in the humidor?
No.
They're
They're gone.
Doc, I got to talk to Vivian yesterday. Vivian called the shop yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did she call back? Mike ever get hold of her? No?
No.
Nice lady, man. He married her. He did good. He did real good. We all did good. I don't know.
More coming in 2 weeks.
Oh.
Nice. My wish just got granted.
I got a birthday coming in 6 months. So save me some. I'll buy them, but just say, Caitlin, you didn't hear that. You see, that's why I got to watch what I say. It's like the other day. I got to watch what I say. I come in the cigar shop in the afternoons to work from the cigar shop because it's my space.
Yeah.
That's where I work in the afternoons. I walked in the door and.
Me too.
Oh my God. Damn it, man.
Yeah. Can't get away from it
You got to
all.
watch what I say then.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know? But we got a friend. Oh, Kate. Kate, this is one of Caitlin's favorite movies growing up, man. She loved to watch Grease. She would watch Grease with John Travolta and
Who?
Olivia Newton-John, Caitlin.
Oh, okay.
All the time, over and over again, that VHS was in the VCR. Well, that kind of day, now there's people calling for banning Grease because it's too sexual, it's too freaking homophobic, it's too this, it's too that. I'm like, you know something? Again, here's no bones about it. That pisses me off. Don't tell me.
You know what? Don't watch it.
Exactly. If you don't want to see it, you think it's then don't watch it. Don't watch it. But you got. I'm not bitching and complaining that you're watching freaking Housewives of Beverly Hills or Atlanta.
If you don't like something, don't watch it.
Don't
turn the channel.
Oh, that just pisses me off.
Don't take away someone else's joy.
Yeah. That's like we said we weren't gonna watch football. We weren't gonna watch football.
Yeah, we did say it.
But you know, after thinking about it, maybe she'll buy him for my birthday. She said, "Nice." So with everything going on, the kneeling and blah blah blah, all that, for whatever reason, we said we weren't going to watch it. We weren't going to buy any new
Gear,
anything
everything.
like that. But I'm going to wear what I had and whatever. And I just decided, we talked about it. We decided, we love watching football. We love watching football. So why should we stop watching football? Because they're idiots.
And why should we have to suffer due to their ignorance?
So we didn't play fantasy. I didn't play fantasy football. We just watched football. You can't change the future by erasing the past. Exactly. You can't, that's like, all right, knock down all the stats for this season. Knock down this. Knock down that. It happened. It's history. Move on. They always say history repeats itself, but we're talking hundreds of years down the road. Just don't. Oh, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I'm losing track here. I'm losing track. Go ahead, say something. You can't change it. Guys, this is probably gonna be a short show tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna be a little short tonight. Maybe not. It all depends because we're not with our third man, and he yams a lot, so he takes us up 20 minutes himself. So, but that's all right. We want to thank our sponsors while we're here.
Yes.
We'd like to thank the Cigar Enthusiast. We'd like to thank. I'm drawing a blank.
Cigar Prop.
Kevin and Jessica from Cigar Prop.
Ray and Jessica at Cigar Enthusiast.
Ray and Jessica at Cigar Enthusiast, as he's saying. I'm just repeating what he's saying.
Val at Stogie Lives. StogieLives.com.
Yeah, Alex at Stogie.
Val.
I'm sorry, Val.
Val.
I'm looking at the paper here and confused.
Val at StogieLives.com.
And Mike Bryant.
Greater Home and Auto.
Greater Home and Honor and Frontline Cigars.
That's correct.
Also GTO. Everybody knows smokes a GTO.
I don't have those last three on the overlay yet, because I haven't gotten their new logos in yet to get it on the overlay. So when I do get that, they'll be in there. I've learned a lot in the last couple of weeks with this
playing with the computer and stuff like that. Well,
and that bottom one is mine for No Bones About It, the show I do on Monday nights under the Cigar Enthusiast Network.
Okay.
I do Monday nights, No Bones About It. You got Damon and Matt and the Roughnecks. They're telling me that they're in the four corners, Utah, Colorado, all that right there. They got nothing, no cigar shops, nothing. So they sitting there, they do their barbecue and they do all sorts of whatever, so they do that. Then we got Paula does Chicks and Sticks, and she pairs cigars with movies.
Right.
Last week she paired Forgot the Cigar with Chocolat with Johnny Depp.
Okay.
I was just like, oh, really? I said, I can't talk that movie because it was terrible for me. I didn't care.
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
I didn't, so I couldn't talk it. Yes, Caitlin can recite that whole movie in Greece. That's how many times you watched it.
I understand.
But, and then another night you got Ray, Cigar Enthusiast, and Ray Val. Ray the Teflon Don from Cigar Clowns. They do a show and they did kind of BS whatever. But I met a girl last night, or Ray met a girl down at the Great Smoke named April, Michelle or April, depending. Michelle April's her name. She goes by either one. She cuts hair down in West Palm Beach, but she's new to cigars about 3 years.
Okay.
She moved, so I had her on. We talked for about an hour and a half, and then Boston Jimmy came on, a couple other folks.
I like Boston Jimmy.
And then so she went through her whole thing of how she started. She left California. She's born and raised in Philly. Went to California. She moved to Florida, but she moved to Florida with no friends or family. And
okay.
So she went blindly to Florida.
That takes a lot of.
Yeah, and she said I had no. So I was talking to a friend one day, and he said something about cigars, and she goes,
I'll try it.
And she goes, I really liked it. So now she gets into it. She's been smoking for 3 years. So she wanted to do something. So she's going to start a little show
nice.
talk about for beginners and women. I said, bring the women aspect into it.
Yeah,
really
women of the leaf.
There really is not much.
That would be pretty cool.
Something much more sexy than a woman smoking cigars.
Yeah.
And people tend to, and I told her, we had this happen the other day when couple of women came in, and I forgot who was helping the attendant. Asked, "Well, you look for flavored cigar? Why does everybody assume when a woman walks in she wants a flavored cigar?"
Yeah.
It's not necessarily true. If they're first starting out, it's just starting. Yeah, you want something light. You want something light.
Yeah, sure,
flavored,
absolutely. Connecticut or whatever.
But don't ever assume.
Yeah, that they want just a flavored cigar.
Oh yeah, because there's women that know more about.
Josh, this is a male hairstylist that gets into cigars. I support that. Laugh out loud. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a nice place up there, man. Yeah. I'm looking forward to going up there this summer, hopefully. Yeah, we'll see. We had a friend of ours at the show that signs in all the time, Chrissy Critchfield.
Yeah, okay.
What's her name? She posted something on Facebook today, or just a little bit ago, with a receipt from Waffle House. And I'm looking at the number, and the total was like $62.12. And I'm like, who the hell spends $62 at the freaking Waffle House?
Yeah. Well,
But when you read the bill, it only really came up to like $19. So whoever was working
added a couple of things to it, it seemed like.
Register was just like, couldn't freaking add.
Oh.
But still, $62 in a Waffle House?
Well, I'll tell you what. We go there on Sundays, me and a couple of guys, my brother being one of them, Fast Eddie being two of them, not the second one. And our bill's probably about $32.
Yeah, with three people.
Yeah, with three people. Yeah.
That
It's
is-
about
They do have the best pecan
$10 and $11 a piece.
waffle I ever had. Though, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's good. We got more in sports. You just can't. I'm thinking, man. Biden will. Oh no, that's last week's. Man. That's last week's. Nope, maybe not. I don't know. I got so many notes here. Something about Biden will. Oh, Biden will ask votes. Yeah, that's last week's. Man.
That was last week note.
That's last week. NASCAR's back. Oh, yeah. Remember you weren't watching it the other day, were you?
What, the wreck?
The race on Sunday?
The wreck. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the wreck.
Holy
There was
crap.
about 13 cars, weren't there?
17 cars in the first
17 cars.
15
Wow.
laps.
Wow.
Taken out.
And didn't it take about 3 hours to get it all cleaned up?
Oh, it took the clean, but then it started raining, so it didn't start. It stopped and didn't start till like 6, 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took forever.
Yeah, but it was like a 3-hour cleanup from all that debris. Because I imagine them tires at any piece of debris, it'll just blow them out.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So they got to make sure they actually have a machine that vacuums it, vacuums the road.
really?
It's like a gigantic vacuum
Like
cleaner.
a big Zamboni type?
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, like exactly. And it vacuums the road. It gets everything off it, and it's able to handle little pieces of metal and glass and rubber and plastic and
Speaking of Zambonis, hockey season started too, man.
yeah, Zamboni.
Hockey season started. College football, college baseball started. College softball started.
Is there fans yet?
I didn't see the game, so I can't tell you if there's fans in there or not. But I would hope so because shit's starting to open a little bit.
Yeah,
You
open
know,
a little bit.
They where did I go? I went somewhere. Was it Walmart or somewhere the other day, and nobody had a mask on. No,
Well, I was in Walmart a little while ago, and everybody had a mask on,
I was just like,
but a couple of people, and I was one of
Oh,
the day.
Tractor Supply.
Nobody had a
I
mask
went
on.
in with a mask on, and nobody in there was wearing. The employees were wearing one, but
Right.
nobody else was wearing one. I was like, do I? Don't I? Do I? Don't? Well, I don't normally wear one if there's nobody around me. If I'm walking down the aisle by myself, I'll take it off.
Right.
Somebody comes down the aisle, I put it on.
Sure.
I went over to talk to one of the girls and asked her where something was, and I put the mask on. And some fans are certain, not in. I saw it. Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay. I don't know why they do that, but it's crazy, Kevin.
Well, they had what? Supposedly 25,000 at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
At the Super Bowl, dude. That place. No, that's such a. But they were charging like, astronomical.
Yeah, but that's what the people, 25,000 people who could afford it went.
Yeah, I wasn't one of them.
That's not on my bucket list, but that's on my list to go to a Super Bowl for the week.
Well, how many lists you got? You got a bucket list and
Well, that's just a what's it called list. That ain't a bucket list.
just
I
a
don't
nice
really-
to do thing.
Yeah, just something nice to
Okay.
do. And they give you between 4 and 6 years of where the venues are going to be for the Super Bowl. So, you know what I mean? You save your money for a couple of years. If you want to go in a couple of years, you save up your money. And if it's expensive, well, you saved for a couple of years, so it ain't that bad. You know what I mean? If you had to know within 6 months, and it would maybe a tight thing to do. But if you knew within 2 years or 3 years where the Super Bowl was going to be and you wanted to go to it, and it doesn't matter who's in it, You get to have the week of, and all the fans and the parties and the go-to and the autograph sessions and all that. I would just enjoy that.
That'd be a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, that would be enjoyable.
That's like,
so that's what I would like to say. In 2 or 3 years, I'd like to go to it.
We used to go to College World Series all the time. Me,
Yeah, you might enjoy that.
And the games and everything they do is.
And in 3 years, it's back in the Superdome, the Super Bowl.
And another 3 back to Super Bowl again. Superdome again.
Yep. In 3 more years, it's at the Superdome.
Kevin must be in Florida. He said Florida is wide open and they only had 25,000 people at the Super Bowl. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
If it's wide open, why wouldn't you fill the place?
I don't know. It's crazy. But I wouldn't mind, if it's the 3 years in the Superdome, we're only 90 miles from there.
Yeah, 80.
It wouldn't be hard to, it wouldn't be hard to go do that, and no plane fare. So that's one thing.
By the time that comes back, hopefully we'll be through all this.
Yeah, but there won't be no plane fare and stuff like that. And we know a couple of people that know a couple of people for hotels.
Yeah.
So
rooms, if you don't get your room a year in advance, so when the Super Bowl's coming, you ain't getting one. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
But, who you know.
But we know people with the year in advance to get it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you book the room, and then if you don't go, you end
up who cares if it's at a Motel 6 or not? It doesn't matter. Because you're right 20 minutes from the Super Bowl. No.
Uber it, get up.
Yeah, you Uber it there, and you go to all the events. It would be pretty cool, but that's on my list.
You get up in the morning, you go to Stein's Deli for breakfast.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, the best bagels and matzo ball soup I've ever had outside the state of New York.
Right.
Ever. That's I can really feasibly say that. So
that's on my list.
Oh, let's see. What else we got? What else we talked about in the shop this week? Limited seating except airplanes. Definitely.
How many things? Let's talk about that for a minute.
They pack a plane. You're 6 foot apart in a line at the airport, but when you get on the plane,
you're 14 inches. Tell me, do you have a list and a bucket list?
I got a bucket list of certain things I'd like to do before
you get too old to do them.
I just got one list, I don't.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you're doing it. You want to do them before you're too old to do them.
Oh yeah,
that's what I mean. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the movie with Jack Nicholson and
that was a great movie.
And Morgan Freeman. They did it because they were getting, one of them was getting ready to pass.
Right, and they were getting too old, and
they became buddies, and they did that crazy stuff.
I'm not anywhere near wanting to go walk across or climb Mount Kilimanjaro.
No, I'm not into any of that.
Jump out of a fucking airplane. No,
but
I'm not
how
doing
many
that
things
shit.
on your list did you already do? Do you have any idea? Did you buy something? Did you go do something?
Found my soulmate.
Huh?
Found my soulmate.
Right, but I'm just saying that trip you went on, when you went on that one trip.
The trip to Australia was.
I know. What about the trip where you went down and you were in the pool every day and you were?
Dominican Republic. Was
that it? Was that on the list?
That was, because I'd never been to a place like that, and when we were coming here, when we got our orders from Nebraska to come here, we'd never been on a honeymoon. We married 30-something, almost 30 years, and never been on a honeymoon.
Right.
And every vacation we ever had was with the kids.
Right.
So we had a vacation plan to go to Colorado, see our friends, go camping, do the cabin thing, the mountains and all that. And both of them ended up having to work, so we canceled that. That got canceled. So I got the week off. What are we going to do? Let's do something. So we had lived in Nebraska for so long and never made it to Mall of Americas in Minnesota.
Okay.
So what do? We go to Mall of Americas in Minnesota.
Cool. That's cool.
And they bill it as the biggest mall in the United States. And dude, all it is, it just basically has the same stores on each floor, but different. There's I think 4 Victoria's Secrets in the whole mall.
Jeez.
No, but the Dominican Republic, to go there and we said we're going on vacation and we're just going to sit in the pool and just drink.
Enjoy.
We sat in the pool. This one day I had 3 drunks in one day.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things on my list is to go to Hawaii.
Lots of vacations. Well, what you get me? Name one vacation we went on without you. How many? Lincoln doesn't count. It's a 45-minute drive. And yes, good topic, Caitlin. Very good topic. It makes no sense that in the last election in November. 73% of the voters voted for medical marijuana. 73% of the vote went to medical marijuana. Now, the legislation is trying to pass all this BS crap to make it harder to get, saying, okay, if it's going to pass, you're only going to have one dispensary per county. These counties are fripping huge.
Right.
You know, you can be in a county and they could be an hour and a half from you, and you
Right.
have to go to your dispensary.
That's not right.
The whole point of this was to keep the legislation out of it. It's on the freaking Constitution now.
Yes.
Let it go. You know, and I'll tell you this right now, if they pass this stuff, that's the trip in Colorado I was talking about. But anyway, if this passes with legislation taking this medical marijuana, you know, making it harder to, tax and doing all this bullshit, you 73% of the people, you better voice your opinion again and vote their asses out of office. Vote them out. If you got 73% of the people vote for
That's
something,
a lot.
For something, that tells me 27% should be against it. So
Right.
they shouldn't even.
They shouldn't have a say.
No, not at all. I'm all for medical marijuana. I'm all for recreational marijuana.
She says there's a couple of others, but I just can't remember right now.
Yeah, you must have Alzheimer's.
Yeah, that's a lie.
I said
No.
I love her to death. I miss her. She called me tonight. Says her friend Bill got a job at the post office. Yeah.
Carrier?
No, clerk inside.
Okay.
7 to 12, and then he could pick up 2 more days at other locations as a clerk inside for full time. I told her the benefits at the government at the post office have their benefits are better than ours.
Yeah, they're good.
In the federal service.
Yeah, they're good. They're really good.
Yeah.
Everything's good.
I don't know how long the post office is going to be around.
I think it'll be around quite a bit.
Dude, what, you still haven't gotten your cigars yet? You ordered them before Christmas. What are you talking about? Did you ever find the tracking number on that thing yet?
He said he's asking for his money back, and we're going to do it another way. Asking for his money back, he should ask for interest. I got dicked out of that. Huh? Yeah, they were. I seen him.
Well, yeah, get your money. She got your money back a long time ago. Or
Yeah.
Just call and make them place the freaking order again.
So,
People, man.
all right.
What else we got?
What else? So anyway, the list, I got Hawaii on my list. I want to go to Hawaii for a couple of weeks.
That would be. I like that. That would be. I think that'd be a pretty good.
Yeah, I would enjoy that.
To take hey, I could take her to Hawaii. We can go to Hawaii, and then when we leave Hawaii, I can come home, and then she can fly on to Australia.
Right.
She's halfway there.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, a little less than half.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
She got another 7-8 hours to go after that. But 7-8 hours is doable.
Absolutely.
You know, I've flown to Germany before. I've flown back. That's 7, 8, 9 hours is doable. But Delta Comfort is not Delta Comfort for 17 hours.
No.
I don't care what anybody says. I go back. I'm gonna be in first class, dude.
Yeah, you got to.
I said I'll spend the money. I'm going first class, and we're going back for at least a month. If that happens again, I'm not going for just. Well, we didn't think about it. We thought about go back and get back, and by the time you're having fun and everything, the week was over. It's time to go.
And then you get on that dreaded flight.
Yeah, but you get an Airbnb.
Because from here to Hawaii, it's 10, right? 10 hours.
No, well, Hawaii. Well, it's a 5-hour flight from LA, so probably about 8-9 hours.
Yeah, that ain't bad. I'll do that.
It's Hawaii. Yeah, but you stop in LA for a little layover, and then you only got a 5-hour flight.
Yeah.
You break it up. Why go nonstop? It's cheaper too if you break it up anyway.
And when my parents went, they went from Philadelphia to Las Vegas. They stayed there for 4 or 5 days. Then they went to Hawaii and stayed there 10 days. Then they came back and stayed in Vegas another 2 or 3 days, and then they came home. That was a nice trip.
Ken says about 6. Yeah, I think it's between 5 and 6 hours.
From LA?
Yeah, which isn't bad. No, that's not a bad flight.
Mm-hmm. Not any bad.
Oh, speaking of flight, what about the flight that took off? They were on their way to Hawaii. From where were they taking out? It took off out of Dallas to Hawaii and the freaking engine fell apart. Did you see that?
No.
The cowling, the red metal thing that comes around the outside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said the things started shaking and shit. And well, the plane has to be certified because where it flies, it has to be certified to be able to fly with one engine.
Right.
Okay. Then that's a big freaking plane. Now I've been on a C-130, which flies. You can fly. It's got 4 pots. You can fly with one if it has to. But that big jetliner, one goes, you're done. And then if I looked at David and said, one thing that scared me on the flight to Australia, you're over nothing but water.
Yeah.
And you go down, you're down.
Yeah, you're done.
But the pieces fill up. They show pictures of it. You got to Google it. They show the pieces sitting in the front yards of people's houses in the neighborhoods and stuff. And then 2 Air Force pilots from Montgomery on the T-38s, the trainers crashed into each other or crashed
into each other.
Yeah, and they said it was 2 pilots or 2. They said it was 2 planes, but they only said 2 people. Maybe 2 got out. One was a Japanese exchange student that was a student in the plane with an instructor. They both died. I think the other 2 the other one might have ejected. I got to read the whole story again, but it said 2 planes crashed. I don't know how. I always give the Navy a hard time about.
Yeah, you do. I was just going to bring that up.
2 boats into each other, but
I had 2 planes flying in one.
I don't know, man. It's been done before. It's happened before.
It had happened before.
What time we got? I don't even know what time it is. 10
after. Or 7 minutes after 7.
Yeah. I can call it a day if you want.
All right.
If you want to call it.
Yeah, let's call it a day. I think we went over a bunch of stuff.
We didn't do our homework today. Other than nothing. No, we really didn't do our homework today.
We talked about a little bit about sports. We talked a little bit about what's going on in the world. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors. And guys, we're going to call it an early night.
Come visit us again next week. It's 6:30 Central.
6:30 Central next week, and we're going to have the 3 of us on, and we'll be a lot better prepared.
Hopefully. Or come visit me on Monday night for No Bones About It on the
Bones About It on Monday night.
On the Cigar Enthusiast Network.
Yes, please do.
Yep.
And from the 5.5 Legs Virtual Cigar Lounge, we're going to bid you good night. Good night from Bones. Good night from Maverick, and have a very pleasant week.
This is coming in nice.
Yeah, did you turn it off?
Yeah. No, not yet. I gotta find it. Where's it at? Oh, I hate signing off early, man. But